Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 5th episode of the Red Ruins. We're gonna undeafen in just a moment. I just wanted to say hi to chat without being cut off or anything. So, without further ado, we're gonna hop into tonight's episode and see what happens. We're gonna start with a recap.
Reason.
I'm back. Hello.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Say hello to stream, everybody.
Hello to stream.
Hello,
Everybody.
stream. Well, we all got it slightly wrong.
Everyone's unique, okay? So, we should recap what happened last episode. We decided not to go to the graveyard because there was poor communication out of the game. So we went towards the ruins because we also forgot they existed.
Despite it being the name of the game.
Yep. We managed to get inside of the ruins through the use of a crowbar, despite the monks' persistence of trying to break the bars away without, well, bars, I say, planks of wood away.
He would have got it eventually.
Eventually, after, like, everything joins us for a nice little dinner meeting.
Oh.
Anyway, so.
Pretty sure we murdered people for some magic scrolls. So, you know.
We did.
Oh, Riley casted comprehend languages, so she understood when they said special magical paper that they were talking about either a spellbook or scrolls. She was right, but they wanted to cut it in half. So, of course, she kind of made the party go and kill them. And then we had to take care of some goblins after they got drawn out by the bard's loud exclamation of their arrival. And that is where we're picking up right before a short rest, as everyone in the party that got injured is just kind of sitting around.
Everyone that got injured, except one.
Suckers.
Boy.
Hey, just because you're bad at positioning doesn't mean you get to talk shit.
So that's the full breakdown.
Yep.
And we're ready to start.
Oh, we got 2 scrolls of healing. What is it?
I think cure wounds.
I think
They're
it was
both-
cure wounds.
They're both cure wounds.
Okay.
And I think it was agreed that our bard friend and our cleric friend would both get one.
Yes.
I believe so. I think it's got it. Yeah, it's over here in my inventory.
I should have one if I remember correctly. Do.
Okay. So you guys have got that all sorted out. And you're looking to take a short rest.
Yep.
I believe so.
And if we are taking a short rest, may I remind you all that you have a bard in your party who isn't level 1. Which means
Oh my gosh. Okay, there it is.
Song of Rest is going to be active right now. So while you're all sitting there licking your wounds, I'm just gonna kind of, I don't know, chill out, kick back, relax a little bit, hum something to myself, and that's about all you're getting from me today.
Okay.
I want to draw. I've drawn enough attention to us all. I'd like to sit down for a minute. But if any of you want to use your hit dice to regain hit points, you gain an extra 1d6.
Let's see. And it takes an hour to short rest, so that's a thing.
We're gonna sit here for some time.
Yep. Okay. Well, I'll have 2 hit dice, so that's that. And that again. Hey, I got 2 5s. And a 1d6, you say?
Yes, an extra 1d6.
And that's a 2. Okay, so that puts me up to almost full health.
Not bad.
I'm in a similar boat. I am only 2 hit points shy.
That's all my hit dice, so no more short rests will be good for me. Need a long rest after this.
Yeah. Well, let's just not die then. That's the usual objective.
Yeah, don't die. I agree with that.
Well, if you really want to.
Is Serafina gonna roll any hit dice? She looks kind of low.
I mean, I would like to, but I don't. Oh wait, never mind. I think I see the dice thing.
Yeah,
you should have 2 that you can spend.
Okay.
Just
And I
make
just
sure
hit it
that
once, right?
Yes.
if you want to use 1, hit it once. If you want to use 2, hit it 2. Just make sure you note how many you've used.
Or I'm just gonna do it once. It gets a 1. Oh, okay. That works, I guess.
And
And
then
add
you
an
can-
additional d6 on that. Yeah.
I
Song of
do not
Rest.
know where that is.
Just do /.
You might have to write this in manually.
Would you like
Oh,
me to
okay,
roll it for you?
Slash
I did-
1.
So there's a couple of ways that you can roll dice. One of the ways is that bar in your top left.
Don't worry about that. That's
Okay.
funky.
Yeah. But
Just type that in. The slash, then R, then 1d6.
And is there
do
space?
between the R. There you go.
There you go.
And you can do that with any dice number and any amount of dice in a pinch.
Okay. I forget that one because we don't use it a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. So then does that mean I gain back 5?
You gain back 8 total. The 3 you rolled and then the 5 from his.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's very good.
Okay, that's full health.
There you go. You're all rested up and feeling good. You don't get any spells back, but you would also get your channel divinity back if you had used it yet. But I don't think you had.
I have Arcane
And what?
Recovery, so I get back my magic missile because I'm pretty sure I used that to get the goblin between and around.
I get all my key back. Woo, key.
Key points are good points.
They are a key to a monk's success.
Too true, too true.
So yeah, as you're kind of resting around in this place, you can see that the orcs had made up sort of a makeshift camp from the stuff around. There's still a pretty deep layer of dust on most things besides the tables, which they had been using. Looks like they'd set up their own sleeping rolls and the bed frames that they had probably built themselves. The walls look pretty kind of rotten and aged. This is definitely an old structure that's only still standing and not completely rotted out due to being completely encased in rock inside a mountain.
Okay.
Same with the other room. That carpet is just kind of in nasty, faded shape.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
it has some green on it too.
Ew.
Mm-hmm.
How dare you talk about us like that?
Well, I think he's
Mike,
referring to
hey.
the actual green.
I know.
Hey, Nevin is green too.
Yeah, it'd be a weird
Bad, but it's
color
not
to
the
be
carpet.
be a
Nevin is
weird
made
color
out
to
of
be
the
racist
mold,
against
confirmed.
for him.
What is that item? Do, 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 do. Okay, that is a spell effect. Alright. Can I investigate some of the bodies? Some of the persons? Or are they, like, technically not there?
No, the bodies, I mean, they don't evaporate. They're there.
Okay.
Have I cut
Yeah,
off
I
enough
mean-
gears yet?
I don't know. Did you write that down? I thought you had gotten the money off them.
You said that you got their ears.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So, yeah, the ears have been taken from them. They're wearing kind of like ratty leather armor. Some of them have short bows, some of them have shields, and these little kind of like clearly goblin made scimitars that are kind of like made out of tin. And, you know, they hurt when they hit, but they're kind of flimsy, they feel.
I just imagined a tinfoil sword.
Well, maybe like 4 or 5 layers of tinfoil wrapped around.
Tinfoil on a stick.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's not exactly high quality stuff, but yeah. The orcs, they're a little bit sturdier in what they've got. Their gears, you know, a little bit more solid in construction, a little better made. You know, still not up to the stuff you're going to get out of town, but usable in a pinch. They've got they're all pretty much carrying great axes, which are just, you know, really big two-handed axes, and they've got some javelins lying around as well. They're just wearing hide armor, which doesn't afford a whole lot of protection.
Okay.
But one thing that you do notice is all the orcs do have a little bit of kind of some of them have it on like an armband, or some of them have it, you know, either as tattoos, maybe on a like a little wooden chip on a necklace. They're all wearing a clan insignia.
Oh.
That looks like a curved fang with, depending on, you know, the medium that it's in, you know, it might just be, if it's just like kind of like black and white, it shows like a little bit of like what looks to be venom dripping off of it. And in any of the instances that it's colored, it's green venom dripping off it. Do you want to roll a history? And Nevin, you can, or not, sorry, Nevin. Yeah, no, sorry, yes, Nevin is who I meant to say. You can also roll a history on that.
Ooh, that'll be interesting.
Just to be clear, you want me to also roll history?
You can roll a history since you're from the area, yeah.
Doot.
Yeah. You both recognize it as the clan insignia for the Stinging Fang clan. A moderate-sized clan that's, you know, routinely causes trouble to travelers and merchants in the area. They're quite nomadic, so it's hard to pin down where their main settlement is, but they're figured that they have fairly large numbers overall.
Hmm. Well, these guys might not take too kindly to this if they ever find out about it, depending on how well they keep tabs with each other.
They're
Eh.
orcs. They don't.
They don't what? Care about what they did?
They,
About each
they
other or
don't
something?
keep they don't keep tabs on each other.
I mean, you would know that it's not, I guess, entirely that they're completely careless about it. You know, they're fairly smart and they keep a fairly good clan association. Likely these are scouts, and when they don't return, that'll be noted. But it's not going to be, unless they knew you directly killed them. It probably wouldn't exact a clear vengeance on you or anything like that.
And there's literally no way to know unless we just stay here, wait for more to show up, and then they get away.
Yeah.
I mean, sucks to be them, I suppose. Sorry, guys. I could have just pat one of them on the shoulder and just like bypass.
Attack
Sorry.
people. It's fine. I got attacked in return.
Yeah.
Punchinsu.
Sorry, I got
Right.
pulled away for a minute. I'm back.
Welcome
Hello.
back.
I heard things were going on, so I had to go say hi to something. So I'm here. Don't worry. All right.
Welcome back. Oh no.
Okay.
Good.
Well, we know who put up those boards.
I suppose so.
Well, like,
So,
it didn't seem like David did it.
I really didn't.
perhaps not.
All
Alright.
You should always have at least someone on lookout.
Definitely
well,
so.
loss again. Now then, you all this up. Let's get further in here.
Yeah, we need to keep looking, see if we can't find anything else. Try and get some of that reward money, you know?
Very true. Alright. Well, someone else please lead the way because I can't see in the dark that well.
I got it. Oh, hey, Doug's here. Hi, Doug.
Hello.
Okay. I got very excited and happy.
I'm just gonna start leading the way.
So the area outside is dark. Again, just to refresh, what's the light situation?
I had a torch. Whether or
Okay.
not that extinguished in battle, I don't know. I don't think it did because nothing was mentioned about it. But I have a torch.
It has been an hour, so you'd have to light another one, wouldn't you?
Yes, I believe
I
they
don't-
only last an hour.
Okay, well then I'll light another torch.
Okay. Just keep track of, I think you have probably 10 to start with.
That would lead me to 8. Yes.
Okay.
Alright. Got another torch.
Alright, so you pop
Whee!
up,
No.
you light up another torch, and so you're going to be carrying that in one hand and your shield in the other then?
I would probably assume so. I would assume that the frog just kind of rides on my head.
No.
Sure. Or bounces along next to you, or, yeah, either way is fine. So
And
sure,
frog.
yep.
Tired,
hat.
just climbs up.
Yeah. Yeah, no, if you want to ride on your head, that is perfectly fine. Just hopefully you don't get hit by a fireball.
I don't know, like me like jump and I like duck and then just boop. Only in a lucky roll though. Alright, let's go. Whee!
Alright. So you head out into the ruins
Yes.
/ cavern.
Do, 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 do.
I'm staying like immediately behind Nevin.
Okay.
I'll
Well-
just pull up the rear.
There is another door nearby, and because we caused all that noise and sat around, I don't think there'll be anything behind it.
Yeah, that door is actually open.
Oh.
It looks like it was left open, potentially when the goblins come running out of it.
Ah. Well, then I'll just say maybe the goblins came from here.
I mean, could be plausible.
I'd like to peek
Oh, it looks like the prize behind door number 1 was a bit better, wasn't it?
Yeah, and again, it's another old wooden building in state of disrepair. Some black mold on the floor. Some sleeping rolls set up. It's like they've been saving some trophies in boxes.
Ooh. I do find it very odd that we're finding a bunch of buildings inside these ruins.
Well, the ruins is of an old city.
Yeah, well, that's what was weird in the first place, the fact that they found the ruins inside the mountain at all.
Yeah. It's just, it feels weird just seeing all of this.
Mhm.
Riley is
quite
just
neat.
kind of like, it's cool.
I'll walk over to the path.
Okay, so you just leave in there.
Yeah. Oh, and if I recall, the stone merged like perfectly with the buildings.
Yeah, it was almost like it was like clipping into it.
Yeah, that's just another weird thing.
Hmm.
I guess building into the terrain probably was their objective. Less work.
If you're going to build right into the terrain, why not just dig a hole? Why make a structure around it?
Hmm.
It's a dreary place, don't you think?
We don't know how old these places are, I don't think.
Yeah. Roll like an investigation, Chensu.
Okay. Let's see how long it takes for me to find the investigation. It's that one.
Alphabetical.
I'm
Oh,
not
no.
smart. It's a 4.
All right.
Hmm.
Can I keep an eye out for anything interesting to note?
Yeah.
Oh,
I will let you know if you see anything of interest.
just going down the path.
Yeah,
Hmm.
poke my nose around this side and see what's over here. Just other end of the rock.
Yeah, and you see that looks like the path splits into 2 forks here.
Oh no, the path split.
Multiple ways.
Yeah.
Hmm. So, what way do you guys want to go?
Split up and search for clues.
That's a terrible idea.
Considering what just happened, I don't think splitting up will do us very much good.
Well, I'd just like to think that hopefully most of what's in here that's going to run after some loud noises have already come after us.
Maybe
So,
if
what
they
exactly-
were nearby, but as we go further in, there'll probably be more things.
Although, why don't we come round this end then? It's a bit off the beaten path, might not have been seen as much. Might be more for us over here.
It also could cave in. Maybe there's a reason it's not traveled.
Well, only one way to find out now, isn't it?
Oh, you're right about that.
Riley would like to take the lead in the dark until Seraphina catches up. She's in the dark, that is.
Alright, I'm following.
Ooh.
Just keep an eye on our six over there, lass. Make sure nothing sneaks up behind us, and we'll tell you if anything's coming out of the dark up ahead.
Alright. By the way, if I fall and die, I will come back and haunt you.
No promises.
I appreciate the haunting.
No problem, we can be best friends forever. And I mean it.
Oh
You might
my.
not have a choice if you both end up dead. Forever might not be a very long time.
Mm.
Oi, we'll drag you with us.
I'm just smiling there like an ass.
Very morbid conversation, but okay.
It's a lighthearted
And a bit
conversation.
fitted for the place, don't you think, though? It's a sad and dreary place. Houses abandoned, left to rot. People used to live here, so I suppose. Yet here we are. All things come to an end. That's all there is to it.
You know, you mentioned that. I don't recall seeing any human corpses earlier. I don't think we've seen any humanoid corpses at all.
You have not, other than a box full of skeletons.
I see, we were shipping the skeletons out.
Yeah, in the Goblin Warrens, you just saw a box that had some skeletal
Yeah.
remains in it, but that's about it.
Well, we've only seen a few buildings. That's not a lot.
I suppose not. But still.
Is this like a wall?
It is. So you see below, coming up above, or you're coming up upon a stone structure. Up on top, there seems to be a water actually running in from the top, from the ceiling of the cave that seems to be going into the roof of this building.
Yes,
Perhaps it's something like a bathhouse.
I don't know. That could be just from water damage.
That as well.
You mean
If it wasn't
erosion?
intentional.
A what?
Oh, right. You guys don't know what erosion is.
Air erosion.
Erosion. It's just that's what targets get after you hit them enough.
Yeah, that's why targets need to be replaced.
Anyway,
I hope you all know this is just exactly what I think the word means now. Just like erosion. Probably something to do with targets or something.
Oh heck yeah! I'm just gonna like quietly go around the building because I want to just check out over here to make sure there's.
Oops, wrong tool. Yeah,
Interesting.
you see some plant life growing over in the corner.
Can I identify any of the plants without going immediately over to them because I don't trust them not to be poisonous?
Roll me a nature check.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you recognize several plants used in various magical rituals, components, creations, and spell casting.
I keep that in mind.
And and there's also on the wall here is a single stone that seems to be shining, providing light to the plants magically.
Hey, Longyear, is any idea what any of these are?
You know, I grew up around a place where we cut down trees for a living, build the town, you know. I don't know a lot about all kinds of plants.
Well, it has its ups and downs, I suppose.
I'll be entirely honest, I've probably seen more different kinds of nature and plants and things in the last couple of months than I have in my whole life beforehand. All this is rather new. Anything special over there? You two, and I'll kind of motion to the ladies.
Some of it could
Fine.
possibly
I
be
see
harvested.
doors. I was just gonna go over quietly as possible, just because I don't know if there's anything in there.
Okay.
Fine,
Anyone
ignore
doing?
me.
Anyone
How I
else doing
take
anything as she heads over to the doors?
Think she's trying to be quiet, so I'm just gonna wait here because I know I'm loud and not quiet.
I'm gonna stay in the back just in case. I'll
I
come
know
over
that
and I'll
I'm
watch
not
this
quiet, but
way.
I don't care. So I'm just following her. I was ignored, so I'm ignoring her.
When did I ignore you? I did acknowledge you, you know.
I mean, I did ask you a question, and then you went to go check out the door before answering.
Fair.
That's like, by definition, ignoring someone.
But I would like to quietly go over here and put my ear to the door to try and hear if there's any movement inside.
Okay. Yeah, hold roll a perception. No, it sounds pretty quiet in there.
Is the door locked?
Yeah, as you tried the door, it is indeed locked. Though there's no like outer lock, it's locked from the inside. Probably like with one of the the bars across it.
Oh,
Is there any sort of gap between these doors?
Not much of one, not anything you can see through. It's pretty well made doors.
Okay.
Hmm.
And are these wooden doors?
They are a nice heavy, like solid, like oak type door. In fact, the doors, on looking at them, it seems to be like new wood. This isn't ancient rotted wood. This is something that's either been brought in or put in place relatively recently.
so I know Serafina can't see what's going on, but I can. So I'm kind of just whispering to her what's happening right now. I'm just like, yeah, it looks like she's messing with the door right now. I don't think she can get it open.
All right. Well, good thing there's other paths to explore. We might have to come back later.
I knock on the door.
What was this you said about her trying to be quiet?
After about 20 seconds, one of those little like eye things slides open on the door. And you see two potentially human eyes. You can of probably a fairly old man. You can tell there's like crow's feet around it. Look out. Who are you?
I'm Riley. I'm one of the
Oh,
people.
explorers from the town, aren't you?
Yes.
Mm. You know what? Is there more of you?
There's 3 others. A tiefling, a half-orc, and a furbolg.
Sure, whatever. I don't... Yeah, come on in. He opens the door.
How much for trying to be stealthy and quiet you? I'm just chasing up immediately after, like, come on now. Hey.
Oh my.
Yes, welcome. My name is Olo. I am a great mage. I'm sure you've heard of me.
Have I heard of him?
No. Tell you what, roll a history and see if you get a nat 20.
Off to some great statistics.
No idea.
Oh, jeez. Oh, well. What are you doing down here?
I'm researching, looking over these ruins, researching any potential magical quality. And
So
I've
then
kind
it
of
does your
set up.
chance outside.
Yes, I've set up a little home here. It's quite nice to be away from everything, other than the occasional person who tries to, rummage through my plants. But most of the riffraff around here have learned to stay away.
That would explain why there isn't a path that leads over here.
Yes. So, what is the how is New Flan coming along? Have they built the wall yet?
There is a wall.
Oh, wonderful! Yes, there were plans to put one up when I set off months and months and months ago.
Sounds like you certainly spent your time down here.
Yes. Well, it turned out to be nice to just get away from it all. And this
It's a vacation then.
a working one, bit of a sabbatical, perhaps. My apprentice, though, unfortunately, I haven't heard from in a couple weeks. He's supposed to bring me up a supply of his own plants that he's been growing.
What is his
Okay,
name?
then.
His name is just call him Boy. Gerald, I believe. No. Garen? No. Gorham?
Certainly sounds like he's been around for quite a while then.
He
Hasn't quite got past that first month and learn your name phase, has he?
Well, as I said, it's Boy. It's Gorham, I believe.
Gorham.
I'm sure that he will know who we are if we mention your name.
Oh, who would not know the great and powerful Olo?
Just for clarification, can you give us a description of him?
Yeah, he's a young human, brown hair. Looks a little, bookish.
All right. Then if we see him, we'll help him out and try to send him back your way.
Well, I just wondering, yes, if you can perhaps go and check up on him and see if you can get my next shipment. I've been waiting for it for some time.
When we were in New Flan, did we actually ever see someone along those description?
No, and in fact, he continues talking. He set up his own little base to get away from me and my constant muttering. and is growing the plants in a place that's a little more damp. It's far to the south and the east of here, but you have to kind of go up and around the fork in the road and down and past the mold into a cavernous area without any ruins and find your way through there to the east. You can't miss it.
All right. Well, if we make our way down there, I'm sure that we'll probably see something.
Yeah, so if you do, tell him to hurry up, and if he's got it ready, if you deliver what I need back, so I can progress my research, you'll be rewarded handsomely.
All right.
I'll keep
Well-
that in mind.
Thank you. Other than that,
Sir, if you don't mind me asking, I'm just gonna kind of start to break away a bit from the group here and approach as I'm saying things. So if you don't mind me asking, what exactly are you researching down here? What could be so exciting about a cave?
there are some unusual properties of the cave and the surrounding areas that I may not be ready to share my findings of with just anybody.
I see. You're a magician, of course. You have to keep your secrets. That's the rule that even I know, though I'm not much of one myself.
Well, it's more until I publish the paper about it.
A paper now. Sounds like you found something very exciting. Of course, I don't mean to pry too much. Rather, what I mean is, we're looking for things ourselves in these caves, as you could probably tell. No one exactly
Well, what are you
wanders
looking
into these
for?
places. People. Well, signs of people. Things. Anything that's been lost and dropped. We're looking for what we can take back. And as you seem to be a man of great knowledge and, well, I just kind of vaguely motion around at the building, quite exceptional power to make something like this on your own right. Well, I couldn't help but have to wonder if you could help inform us of some of the dangers that we might see along the ways up ahead. Help keep this young group of adventurers safe, so that we can assist you in your task.
Well, there's a number of goblins and orcs that have taken up shop and are running their way around this place, rummaging whatever they can out of it. I did come across the most fetching young lady walking alone. I'm not sure what's up with her. But
Strange.
she seemed not to be too concerned about the dangers about when I warned her of them. She asked me to come by for a reading sometime, but I don't have time for that foolishness.
I see. Strange women's walking around lying in caves. Not exactly something like one comes across very often.
Of course, there's the Crimson Palace to the west.
Excuse me, the what now?
A what?
Crimson Palace. It's a small little palace, but a palace nonetheless. It's in pristine condition, and I've not myself been able to open the doors.
Sacred
This is why it's
place sealed
called the
away.
Red Runes.
Interesting.
This is why it's called the Red Runes, yes. Or the campaign.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose this is why
Sounds of a
people call it.
dangerous place. Not even someone of your stature could possibly open this thing.
I gave it a try, but between the goblins and my own work, it just wasn't worth the effort.
Or your time. Strange, though. Who in the right mind built something like that deep in the bottom of a cave?
That is a question that I'm wondering about myself, but I don't think the cave has always been here.
Really now. It's not exactly like they pop out of the ground very often. Mountains don't exactly rise overnight.
No, they don't.
A Although a magical phenomenon could have possibly moved the city and then forced it within the mountain.
Who wants to move a city? It's not exactly. If one of them exactly goes missing all of a sudden, someone's going to notice. It's all very strange, I suppose. I'll just snap my fingers and just right. That's the other thing I wanted to ask here about. There's all this strange white fluffy stuff doing its business around these caves. What is that stuff, if you happen to know?
Cave mold feeds on the volcanic ash. That makes up most of the dirt. Yeah, surely you've noticed that this rock is volcanic in nature, right?
Igneous stone, right?
Of course. I can't miss it. It'd have to be a
I'm just nodding along like I absolutely knew that the whole time.
That'd be an absolute simpleton to not do this.
Of course.
Well, I'm not only did this mountain appear out of possibly nowhere, the mountain seems to be more a volcano than a mountain.
A sudden arrival of a volcano, a mysterious red ruin buried deep within. All kinds of strange happenstance. Something has to have caused this, of course. Just makes your mind wander. Think about what happened here. Where did this city come from? Or was it here first?
Those are the questions.
Musing and musing. Nothing really gets done without some action, though. I suppose that's all the questions I have for you, good sir. Thank you, of course. And almost very polite, elegant bow. Just
So, during this whole conversation, Nevin very much has that look of small town country folk who has no idea what's happening right now.
A little bit of a bumpkin.
you can hear the microwave sound coming from between his ears.
He's just like, wait, what? And one look at him, you can tell he's probably a simpleton.
Only a simpleton wouldn't notice that. Meanwhile, the simpleton, potato noise.
Potato noise. We love him anyway.
What noise does a potato make?
That's a good question.
Do you grow your potatoes near like a nuclear power plant or something?
Yes.
Just drop it.
Oh my.
Just also while I'm just kind of like giving pleasantries and musing and rambling on with Obo or whatever the hell his name is, I've already forgotten. But I'm not telling him that. I'm just kind of like pacing around a little bit and trying to get a little bit of a glimpse through the gate that's behind them, and don't go much further than this.
Okay. Oh, yeah, you can see through there. It looks like a cell for detaining someone.
I see.
It's empty.
I'm just like looking around, hands moving, walking about as I go, just like someone who rambles on a bit, and just also trying to get a look for what all the crap is in this place.
Yeah, and there's a door shut behind him. A pouch of something over there, and you can hear the water running into a pool over there.
See, do we even have a line of sight on that? I barely do.
You can see the corner of it, but you can definitely hear it.
That's all. I'm just been pacing around while I've been discussing. Well, thank you for your time, sir.
Thank you, hopefully, for helping out an old man in need.
We'll find your apprentice, don't you worry.
Then, well, if that'll be all, I would ask you to please leave my residence. I have work to do.
Of course, of course.
Thank you, sir.
Come along now, you all. We do need a name for this creep at some point, don't we? After all, it's going to be hard to sing songs about our successes if I don't have anything to call you lot. I'm just going to walk out on that note. Close the door behind myself and immediately scoot. That last bit was serious, though, by the way. We do need a name for this little hodgepodge of whatever we want to call it ourselves at some point.
I mean, we're just us. Like, Why do we need a name?
Well, like I said, if I'm going to be singing songs and epics and tales and bringing them back to my home, I'm going to need something to call you all. Unless, of course, you like the nicknames.
Remind us of your nicknames that you've gotten for us.
Long ears, green skin, and pointy.
What part of it is pointy?
What isn't? Vaguely, motion to all of you.
You have a great sense of naming, and I just move on.
I prefer to be known
See,
as
he
Riley.
gets it.
You fucking twat.
Watch your language now, lass.
Says the one who swears a whole lot more than I do.
Yes, it's because I've got a vocabulary and I plan on using it.
Well, I have bigger vocabulary than you, and you don't see me having to use it all the time just to rub it in your face.
Keep trying with the insults, lass. You'll get it one day.
What's erosion?
Who cares?
Oh.
You all didn't know what erosion is, and you still don't.
And to be honest, I still don't think anyone here cares.
I care. Because it's
Well, that
actually
makes
a
one of
pretty
you.
big deal if it decides to...
Lass, whatever it is, it's not something I've had to worry about throughout all my life, and I'm fairly certain it's not going to be all that important to me.
I look to
But tell you
the
what.
desert dwelling tiefling and just kind of go...
Yeah, I live in a place where water is a scarcity. I don't deal with erosion
I know.
particularly often.
Come on. Don't shout at each other the entire time we walk around.
I'm not the one who's shouting here, lad. If you haven't noticed, I've been having a great time.
I'm just walking next to Nevin now. I feel like Chensu and Riley have a love-hate relationship.
Oh, I just like messing with people. Anyone in
They
general.
love to hate each other. Or he loves to annoy her, she does not, but...
It's not just you, don't worry. Oh boy.
Okay. He said we had to go to the south to find his apprentice, so maybe we should head that way first or check out this door.
Check out this what now? Oh, yep, that's the door. Yeah.
Oh, and don't worry about that. I just messed up something on the map and I'm covering it up.
Nice guy.
That makes sense.
There is
not
no
a-
steel plate.
Yeah, it's not an indication that there's something dangerous there or anything like that.
Always feels more comforting when the DM says it. Oh, but yeah, I point out like there's a door right there. Some kind of metal, maybe.
It's
and-
stone, actually.
Oh, stone. Yeah, there's a stone door over there, and then the path keeps going south. And we were told to head southeast, if I remember.
It would be south then east, yes, to find his apprentice.
Yeah. She's just going right up to it.
Okay.
She knows her position in the party is to know things.
Gonna listen again to make sure there's... or hear if there's anything.
Yeah,
The
roll
stone
perception.
will probably make it difficult.
Okay, no, you do not hear anything on the other side.
Is there any way to open it that I can see?
Well, what are you? It looks like it pushes open.
I kind of just like... I take a little step back so I'm not immediately there, and I'm gonna try and push it with my stick.
Okay.
Which is just what I call my quarterstaff.
All right. Roll athletics at disadvantage.
This is already gonna go great, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, trying to push it with your stick from a distance, you have no leverage and you're not able to budge the door. It's like slides like a half inch and just nah.
Just nearly gives me a splinter.
If you want, I can try to push the door.
I just kind of like motion to the door.
No, no, stop it.
Oh,
Don't do that to
no.
me. Yeah.
You're not dead.
Oh, she just
I found the menu.
She just freaking
That's worse
ran.
than death. You eyes.
Um,
It was an accident.
so I will start pushing on this door because she was obviously trying to open it.
It's not hard to know that I was trying to open it.
the door opens and a very strong smell of rot
Oh,
pervades
something definitely died in here.
God, I can smell it from over here.
I like walk over completely unaffected because I don't breathe, so I don't smell unless
Cheater.
I actively try to smell.
Cheater.
Y'all don't know that.
I don't know that.
She's wearing a face mask. She's wearing
I know,
a face
you're right.
mask.
You're objectively the most prepared for this. I'd have to pinch my nose the whole time.
It's like Tomb Raider, but not.
Is it not exactly like how this? I can't even listen to myself speak like this. Shut it.
I'd like to step
Just-
in.
Sounds wrong with his nose plugged. Just nope, don't like it.
Look, it doesn't seem like there's going to be anything in here, so we can just leave it and come back later.
You know, there's
Shut
several
up,
other
bloody hell,
doors.
Yeah, you see a number of like boxes and bags of just completely rotted out. Maybe food, maybe clothes. It's so rotted it's hard to tell even that at this point.
I'm.
Looking up there, you see an old mirror that's been cracked and busted. Does look like there's a very old dried blood splatter on it. And almost splattered on the wall is a corpse and what's left of the rot of the body.
Man,
And it looks very old.
what a way to go.
Something that could have possibly been a inhabitant of the original establishment,
Oh,
given how old and rotted it is. Oh, sorry, what were you saying about the mirror?
Oh, I was gonna see if I, like, just to make sure it is blood, I'd like to kind of like lick my finger, rub it a little bit, try to get it to.
Yeah, it's dust of blood, maybe.
And then I would like to lick it.
It's got that irony taste to it.
Yep, that's blood.
did you just lick?
But it tastes like biting into like a moldy bread equivalent of blood.
Did you just lick a mirror that's who knows how old?
No, I licked my finger, then rubbed it on a blood splatter on the mirror, and then licked my finger. Yes.
It's too
It
proxy
sounds like
licked
the
it.
same thing with extra steps, lass.
At least I didn't cut my tongue on the mirror.
Why did you have to lick it in the first place is the problem.
I wanted to know if it was blood.
It's probably not tomato juice, lass.
I don't think it's that important.
Can I
This
try and
place
tell
is
what kind of person this
very
used
old.
to be?
Roll a medicine check. And if someone else is actually is skilled in it, wants to roll, they may as well.
I would assume the cleric probably is.
No, you see, I am.
Mm.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
yeah.
So looking over the body, you can see a couple things. The body looks to be humanoid in shape, roughly, average build. Only one thing really stands out of being out of the ordinary from your basic human shape. One
Yeah.
of the teeth is still an intact fang.
Like
There's another broken fang.
out of the top or the bottom?
Top.
Okay.
Like the canine is a fang.
Dang. Well, this dude has got some teeth on him. And these are some very sharp teeth. So
He also,
Good.
from what you can tell, looks like he might have been holding a snake at the time of his death. As there seems to be kind of fused in with the remains, you can see the upper half of a snake skeleton.
Okay.
Whatever happened, must have been hit with some force for that.
Man.
Can I try and figure out how much force would be needed to do that?
A lot.
I mean, I figured, but I'm trying to gauge if it was like a creature who might have done it or something.
It's too old and disintegrated to really do a CSI on it.
Can't
Okay.
autopsy this corpse.
And I mean, it could have been splashed up against after it was already dead. Like, it's tough to say, right?
True. Would you be able to? I've heard about people speaking to dead. Does anyone know how to speak with dead?
Wait, you can do that?
Apparently, I've heard of it.
I don't think anyone here is able to do so.
Just gonna shrug.
Hmm.
Well, you can certainly talk to the book corpse. I don't think he's gonna say much back anyway.
You're probably correct on that notion.
I'm also gonna start using prestidigitation and all the rotty things around me just to try and make this room slightly more tolerable.
Can I carefully pick up the skull?
Okay. You're like trying to remove the skull from the mess.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like trying to cradle the jawbone in the back of the head to kind of like lift it out.
Okay. As you carefully lift it out, it more or less disintegrates in your touch.
Oh,
Man.
I would recommend not touching a lot of very old things after seeing that.
noted.
Well, it happens.
How long would a body have to be here in order to disintegrate upon touch?
I don't know. I've never seen that happen before.
At least more than 2 years. Alright, I peek inside this door.
Okay.
Lead and just peek inside of it.
Yeah, it's an open doorway with no door on it, and you can see into another room. Noticeable on that shelf is fresh meat.
Fresh. Huh?
Like, actually fresh or like.
Still dripping.
Damn. Let's hope to God that was the orcs. Or the goblins?
I don't think it was.
And you can see some bags up on the thing below. Above it, there looks to be a bow sticking out of one of the bags.
I ready my shield
Okay.
and I go in.
Ooh.
All right.
Oh, okay. It looks like there's a hole in the wall. Maybe a goblin-sized hole in the wall.
You seem
boy.
to be getting ready for something. Did you see something in there?
I'm making sure I don't lose track of my better judgment. But it looks like there's a piece of very fresh meat in here. It's not yet rotten. So someone's been here recently.
That's
Is the
not
blood
comforting.
still warm?
Okay. So as you walk over to touch the blood, you just as your fingers touch it and you do feel warmth, you hear a click as your foot hits a wire.
Hmm.
I knew some shit was up.
This is bait.
And the roof starts to collapse.
Oh
Right.
shit.
Roll
Like, in
a
this
dex save, you two.
Oh no. I don't have good dexterity.
rock fall, everyone dies.
Oh, and rocks fall, 2 people die.
Half the party's dead. Well,
Well, at least Bubbles isn't dead.
Well,
Or
if
is
you
it?
die, Bubbles disappears.
You are his
At
do it.
first,
feathers
thanks
Do
for
it for
Bubbles.
Bubbles.
Well, then at least I can go hang out in the water plane.
There is that.
Where the hell is it? Okay, never mind. It's on the side. Oh. Okay.
Hey, both got 14.
Oh no.
Yeah, they're probably smaller.
Oh.
And you both avoid the falling rocks. But you are surrounded by rock and rubble. That doesn't quite go up to what's left of the ceiling, but feeling really claustrophobic.
Are we in initiative or can I do something?
If you'd like to do something, you can.
Because my character is definitely going to rush towards the noise to see what happened
Okay.
and see them either surrounded by rocks or not be able to see them, just see rocks, and he'll just
You
start
can see
moving.
through like gaps in the rock. You can definitely see some pink and blue.
Okay. Yeah, he's going to be like,
Riley's
He's
a
gonna be
little
like-
further back.
You all right in there?
Yeah, don't move anything. We need to make sure that nothing collapses in on us.
I mean,
In some way or another.
I don't think the pile of rocks around you are going to collapse more and be more worrisome about the rest of the ceiling.
well, either way, bloody do something.
So
Listen, that's loud.
I'm going to start moving the rocks that are around them because they need to be able to move.
Okay. So you're gonna try and clear that out. All right. Roll in athletics.
Athletics, that's a 10.
So as you begin moving some of the rocks, but as you move them, the weight shifts and another one kind of falls in. There seems to be enough room that she might be able to squeeze through to get back to the door, but other than that, it's not much better.
Okay. Hey, if you can help get yourself out. I would, because we kind of don't want you stuck there until you starve to death or anything like that, you know?
Yes, I'm trying to think about what to do. All right. So, can I try to squeeze through?
Okay, so you're just gonna try and push and squeeze your way through. Yeah.
And I will try to pull her if I can reach her.
Okay, yeah. Roll an acrobatics at advantage.
Good. Mm. Did not think so.
Perhaps one of the wider areas of your body gets wedged as you begin to move through, and you are now stuck.
Your bike
Kinda
tail stops you.
As you're like
Right.
moving through, like crawling on your side, you get like stuck.
I say, okay, push me back through, and I like use my legs and like push against the wall and like kind of try to go back to where I was.
Oh, you are right now. You are stuck.
Duck.
Going
Okay.
to Riley, you're fenced in by rock, but you do see relatively untouched as the wooden shelf in front of you that the meat's there. The blood is warm-ish. It's like room temperature.
Okay. Could I... How big are these, like, how big is the space on the shelves?
You could like crawl up into it crouching between the levels.
I'm wondering if I can kind of, like, try to just crawl around to, like, over here so I can get a better view.
Yeah, with a little bit of work, you'd be able to kind of climb up in and get out on the other side.
That's lovely.
As you're moving through the area between the shelves, and you kind of bump a little bit on the top above, you hear kind of like a tinkling of like maybe rocks or gems in the bags running, kind of rubbing against each other, kind of bouncing into each other.
Try to climb the shelf.
Okay, so you're gonna climb up from the side to reach it from there. Okay.
Well, I get out and then I climb up like a ladder.
Yeah, no, you're climbing it from the outside. Yeah, I get you. Yeah, roll an athletics at advantage.
So
You don't have a
spells, trying to figure out if I had anything to help me.
or do you have a climb speed yet, or do you get just
climbing?
You just
speed,
get spider.
Spider climb. 1 sec.
Yeah, you just get spider climb later. I don't think you start with a climb speed.
You have a climb speed at 3rd level. You can move up and down while leaving your hands free.
Yeah, that's when you get spider climb, but you don't get a regular climb speed before, was what I was wondering. Okay, no problem.
Okay, the way it's worded, it just sounded like, oh, at 3rd level I can do without my hands, but...
Well, it says the Dampier has a climb speed.
Ah.
Just in the racial traits of it.
Alright, let me look and see what it says.
Yeah, it says you have a climbing speed equal to your walking speed.
Let me look.
I just want to picture...
Breaking the game.
Riley does not climb things often.
Yes, you have
You might not even know.
Yes, you have a climb speed.
Oh, okay.
So yes, you're able to climb up, and you're kind of like torso over on to the top of this shelf, basically, feet hanging off.
Can I try to check for any other traps before I try to grab this?
Crap. Yeah, roll a perception. Nope, but you can see where the wire went up into the ceiling.
Hmm.
Kind of going up there.
Son of a... I kind of like awkwardly try to like a toddler kind of almost like reach out, grab it, kind of like try to carefully open it, or like one of them first.
Okay. Yeah, left or right.
Left, because I'm left-handed.
Okay, so you grab the far one that's a little bit behind the other and pull it over. And yeah, that's the one with the bow sticking out of the top. Inside there's a short bow and 20 arrows.
Then what's in the other one?
Opening up the other one, you see 6 kind of almost glass-like rocks. It looks to be obsidian. 6 pieces of obsidian. And 26 gold pieces.
How many gold, sorry?
26.
Thank you.
And it's a nice leather bag in good shape.
Ooh, then I'll probably take that because that might come in handy at some point.
Okay. And that's everything that's up there.
Okay. Can I try and like climb on the ceiling?
So you don't have, you don't have spider climb
I'm
yet.
just trying to like kind of wedge myself against the like fallen rocks to kind of like pull myself to try and.
Well, you can see the top of that bookcase that way.
Okay, that's actually probably a better idea. I'm gonna.
Yeah, I mean you can try and climb over the rocks, but it looks, as best you can tell, like there's no like hole down inside it again until you get over to here, and you know Seraphina's in there somewhere, and you don't necessarily want to collapse more rocks onto her. Well, maybe you do. Well, I don't mean to give your motivation, but that could be a risk climbing above on the rocks.
I would like to, instead of doing the climbing on rocks, I'm gonna climb over the bookshelf, hopefully.
So you didn't
Okay.
look in the other bag?
Yeah, she opened both.
Oh, okay. I was just like, oh, wait. I was confused for a moment.
I'm taking both too, don't worry.
Yeah, one was a bow and arrows, one was some money.
I thought they were both one bag.
Nope. Yeah, so you climb around and climb down in here, and you're out in the open area. And at this point, you can probably hear Nevin and Bunny Girl kind of like struggling.
Okay, you just gotta... No, not like that.
It's like someone trying to move a couch.
Yeah, while these two are trying to reenact a scene from Winnie the Pooh, I'm just going to be keeping a watch behind us in case whoever set that trap decides now's a good time to reveal themselves.
Is there like a hole in the wall here by chance?
Yeah, actually looking up you can see a hole. It's more of like a fist-sized hole.
Yeah, I kind of climb up the wall just to peek through and just be like, Chensu!
Yeah, you can see him.
Chensu!
Look.
I escaped my prison. But now I'm in a different prison.
I'm assuming Nevin can also hear her, considering she's right beside him.
Yeah, I'm like right there.
I'm like in the wall.
Yeah, but the way you are, you wouldn't actually be able to see Nevin because he's like parallel with the hole.
Can hear me.
Yeah, exactly.
There's
another door
happening?
There's another door in here.
Well, that's fine, but how the hell are we getting you out?
Well, once Seraphina's out, probably be a lot easier for me.
Give it a hand or something. They're struggling. It's not like I can
to
do
bring it
much
down
here.
on her.
Come on, just push a little more.
I'll see what I can do.
That sounds like you're doing something else with her.
I know. It always does when you're trying to get someone unstuck.
Mm-hmm. Same
So,
language. I'm just gonna keep a watch out again now that that's over. But
Yeah.
just
so you'll need to come up with something to change the circumstances to get another shot at getting her out.
Could I try to cast floating disc to kind of try and like force shovel some things away?
I believe it needs to come into an unoccupied space.
I know. I'm not gonna try and like summon in it. I'm gonna try and like wiggle slightly the disc to try and scoop up as much rock as I can.
Well, you can't really scoop with it, right? It just kind of follows you parallel to the ground. Unless I'm missing something in your explanation. It just stays 3 feet above the ground behind you. You can't really shovel with it.
It's not
I
a
can interact
tool.
with it, right?
Sure, but you can't push it up or down. It stays 3 feet away. 3 feet up, 3 feet down. 3 feet floating.
I was gonna try and move it against the rock and then maybe try and awkwardly try and pull some of the rock onto it.
Okay. But yeah, you can move it up next
the
to
side.
You can move the rock up next to it. It doesn't hit with enough force to move anything. If you wanted to put rock onto it, that's a different story, yes. But it's not going to take the rock itself.
I know. I'm trying to bring rubble to kind of try and make it not as heavy, I suppose, above her. I'm trying to just drag some of the rock onto the disc because I don't want the rock to fall and cause multiple to fall and then fall and such. I don't want.
Well, I mean, any moving of it horizontally could result in rock above it falling.
Could I? Never mind then.
Moving it onto the disc wouldn't be functionally that different than just moving it onto the floor. Other than you could move it further away easier.
That is a little bit of it, to be fair.
I'm
kind of I'll take my quarterstaff and with bigger rocks, I suppose, try and wedge it to get some leverage.
Okay.
You know,
I'm trying to do it in a way that's not going to make it collapse.
Well, while she's doing that, I do still have her crowbar. And I'm just like, this thing has worked so many times. Maybe it'll work with this too.
Okay.
So you're becoming your new weapon of choice.
So you're trying to move the rock this way, is that right?
Basically, I know that Riley is close by, so I'm gonna be like, Riley, try and stay out of the way of the rock. I'm gonna move it in your direction.
I move me and the disc over to here, and just kind of me. Try and crawl up on it. It doesn't move anywhere, I'm assuming. It's not supposed to make me fly. I'm just kind of sitting on it I don't want this.
Yeah, I don't know if you can get on your own disc because it always stays behind you, right? That would make a weird loop. Can you get on your own Spencer's floating disc? Yeah, at best you could kind of command it to stay in place, I think, and sit on the edge of it. Yeah, you could do that.
That is what I would like to do.
Okay. You sit on the edge of the disc. All right. Well, give me an athletics at advantage as you try to pry the rocks to open up a little more room for her.
Yeah, here we go. Hey, 22.
Okay. Yeah, so he opens up some more room, so make another acrobatics at advantage. Seraphina. With him opening it up, you just barely manage to move out.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, and as soon as you let go, it like kind of moves in and kind of falls in a little bit more, kind of crushing some of the areas she was once stuck in.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna shout so that because I don't know how actually close Riley is, so I'm just gonna be shouting into the room. Riley, we managed to get Seraphina out, but I don't know how we're gonna get you out.
Could you open up some space at the top of the door frame?
Is that possible? If I look up at the top of the door frame, is there any way to make space up there?
I suppose potentially if you caused it to cave in more, I guess that would probably do it.
That's what she is asking you to do.
I mean, if I do that, they'll just cave in more. Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I look up at
You
the
ma-
ceiling. Does it look like anything else is gonna fall?
Yeah, from your vantage point on the outside, it looks like most of this ceiling stuff in that area has fallen in. There's some stuff up there, but it's not like balancing on what's there. So it's, unless there's a lot of shaking or something from it falling in, it looks like it'll be all right.
You
Yeah,
magical
pretty sure.
folk work in strange ways. I'll try and use the crowbar as basically like I'm already pretty tall, but I'm gonna use the crowbar to help me push. Basically, as like I'm pushing with the crowbar.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so you're trying to just kind of loosen stuff up, and so it just kind of caves that down in.
Yeah, basically, try and get what she wants. I'm not sure why she wants it, but I'm doing it.
Yeah. Roll another athletics at advantage.
24.
Nice. All right, so you get that crowbar up in there and wiggle them around. The rocks start coming down. I'm gonna need a dex save from you. I'll give you advantage on it.
Okay. Dex save 21.
Okay, yeah. So you're able to step back as the rocks kind of fall into place, opening up more room on the top. And this is a fairly tall doorway. You can crawl through the door.
Yay! I scuttle my way up like a spider.
I cough for a moment as like this basically dust settles.
Yeah, dust definitely everywhere.
And then I just see you up there. Like, that was fast.
Hello.
Have you always been a good climber?
I practice.
But I was assuming that you just use the floating disc thing again.
I tried. That didn't work.
Okay. You said something about a door?
Yes,
I
there's
don't know
a-
if we can all get over there now, but
Well, I mean, we could go around. There's another door over there.
well, we'll see. I'm already don't like this place.
Settle them up here for a moment, alright?
I don't know what you did, guys. What happened over there, but this place is falling apart.
They rigged a piece of meat. I am so upset about it.
Yeah,
They trapped a piece of meat.
Well, it wasn't a piece of
Technically.
meat directly, but it was across the floor in front of it.
So,
Brian just has,
you're-
blood all over her hands too.
So you're saying that someone trapped a piece of meat and the ceiling fell?
There's
Kinda.
a wire in front of it. Didn't see it until the last moment.
I knew some funky stuff was up, my guy. I'm
Uh,
devastated.
The blood was kind of warm, but not like super fresh, but it's room temperature. Definitely not the best for anything.
What I want to know. This brings up so many questions. And the first one is, why would someone put fresh meat down and trap it like that unless there was like a specific creature they knew would go for it that would be around here?
I mean,
Does that
But
make
what it
sense?
means is that someone decided that they want someone else dead.
I don't think it was. If it was just like raw meat, I don't think it was meant for a someone, but a something.
I feel called out.
Well, there was also other stuff there besides me, but I guess the rest of you don't know that.
No, we don't.
There's also another bag up there. I like hold up the one with the bow sticking out the top.
Okay. Maybe it was a goblin trap?
That would actually make a lot of sense.
I don't buy it. That's a pretty big chunk of meat.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Well, just because it was a trap doesn't mean it was meant for us. Let's just try and keep an eye out and be a bit more careful, huh?
Definitely.
What it does mean is that there's something of value in this place someone else wants others away from finding. Regardless of who that trap was made for, it was made for someone. Be on your guard, alright?
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm definitely going to.
Also, how are you guys handling the smell?
They're just using prestidigitation like every 7 seconds or something to try and like wash it away from wherever I happen to be near.
Well, as you know, I've dealt with shoes a lot, and making shoes is a stinky business all on its own. It's not that bad.
Making
there's a bit
shoes
of-
shouldn't smell bad at all. They would be quite clean.
It would smell like leather and sawdust.
I
Not
suppose
actually.
no, they use like urine to make leather.
In old times,
Yeah,
they use a
that's true.
lot of nasty stuff.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
the
Yeah,
leather
tannin
making-
doesn't exactly smell great in the first
Yeah,
place.
that's
So.
true. Fair enough.
Mercury. He's mad as a hat. His intelligence is so low.
But I'm more worried about you, Serafina. That was quite a lot of rocks. You sure you're okay?
I'm
Have
good.
you seen how
Just
much
salty.
the last can lift?
A little dusty.
She's gonna motion to her arms to go, have you seen how much the last can lift? I'm worried about Toothpick over there.
I mean, she's really surprisingly good at climbing.
It's a little concerning almost. It's not exactly a skill you come across very easily. Believe me, I know.
As if to prove point, I would like to get a handhold on the wall and just be off of the ground a little bit,
Half the time I'm surprised you can even lift your bloody body mass, let alone pull off things like this.
What?
So, I'm gonna go up to this door. It's another stone door, right? It's just all you see is door.
Yeah, and it opens inward like the other one.
Yeah, then I'm just gonna start pushing this one open as well because I don't think the door could be.
No, inward, so you'd pull. Inward, so you'd pull it. But
pull it. Is there a handle on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It'd be like one of those big stone, one you can two-hand.
Gotcha. Then I'll pull this door. And if I'm having trouble with it, I'll ask Serafina to help me.
No, it takes a little bit of effort, but it opens up into a place that looks to be a small place where you can see the sides of two buildings, and then the rock in between them.
Well, it looks like this was just another way back outside.
Not necessarily a bad thing. Ugh. Uh-oh.
We lost the DM. Everyone freeze.
I'm the god now. Behold, new DM. Oh crap, he's back up.
I just misclicked on something.
We weren't planning.
Oh, welcome back.
No, that's fine.
So if we want to keep looking around, there's another building with a doorway just south of us. But the building up here, I just see a wall.
Yeah. And there's a little room in there, and then you can kind of squeeze in through, and then you get rock and wall again.
Well, do you want to keep taking a look around here, or should we go back and look for that apprentice fellow?
Well, if we leave it unexplored, I'm gonna feel bad now.
Well, I mean, it's not like we're going too far. Hopefully.
Okay.
I would like to go over to the door and listen to see if anything's behind it.
Okay. Roll perception. You hear stone.
Think it's good.
So, why do you keep walking up to these stone doors and putting your ears to them?
In case I hear something.
Have you?
I mean, there hasn't been anything behind the doors yet.
Fair enough.
Well, nothing living at least.
Exactly.
Is this another push door because it's a different building? Because I think I'm noticing a pattern of push equals in, pull equals out.
Yes, that one would push in.
Okay.
So you're trying to push it open?
Yes, I'm definitely going to try and push this door open.
Okay, it moves like an inch, then you kind of hear stone hitting stone, like it hit a big bar across the back. Then you hear a call from inside. Hey, 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 hey! It's a woman's voice. Do you knock before you try to open someone's door?
Well, we don't knock if we think there's no one there, I guess. Or I don't think we would knock even if we thought there was someone here.
No.
Well, that's pretty rude.
I knocked last time when I thought there was someone there.
Well, I'm glad they get the benefit of the doubt and I don't.
We heard there was a woman around here. I suppose that's you?
I don't know, is it? Depends what you heard.
Riley, what was it that Olo, that was his name, right? Olo
Yes.
said?
He said there was a lovely gnomish lady wandering about.
I didn't say gnomish.
He did.
Nope, I did not say gnomish. I might have said something that sounded a little like it over Discord, but I definitely didn't say gnomish.
Okay.
And it's not like you're missing a piece of information or anything. It was just odd that she was out walking about unconcerned, seemingly, with what was going on.
He mentioned something about reading.
Oh yes, are you here to have your fortune read?
You read fortunes.
Of course. That's my business.
How long have you been here?
Oh, long enough.
Well, anyone interested in getting their fortune read? I'm sorry.
It depends
the
exactly
group.
how much it would be.
First, you're a bunch of first timers, right? You didn't even know to knock. How would you know who I was? I could do it for, I don't know, a gold piece.
I'm curious to have my fortune read.
As am I. I'll give her a gold piece for it.
Well, let me get the door.
I'll step back from the door so I'm not causing any trouble.
Come on in.
This is quite the place.
Oh my, it's very lovely.
Welcome to my office.
Office.
Come, gather around.
Do these skulls look similar to the skulls with the statues that we saw earlier? When we first came in? Or are these just like items
Oh,
that
the
she
ones.
has?
Yeah, no, they are on, well, you would recognize them as orc skulls pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm. Quite a collection you have there.
And in each of the eye sockets is a piece of red stone.
Interesting. All right.
Yes.
So
All right. Well, who's first?
I hop forward a bit. I will go first if you don't mind.
Oh, please.
Yeah.
And she motions to the opposite side of the table, across from the book. And it's more of a Ouija board than a book that you actually see
gosh.
there.
Yay, curses! I leave Bubbles over in the corner. I hand her the gold piece.
I would like to go pick up Bubbles.
As you're picking him up as he's like climbing over into this pot of something.
No.
He's kind of
Don't
grabbing.
watch him.
He's like squirming, trying to get it. Like when a cat doesn't want to be picked up. It's like.
Last time
But-
he did it, he got drunk. So who knows?
Yeah, but you're easily able to overpower him and pull him away from it.
I'm holding him like a cat that doesn't want to be held. Which is very, very carefully.
And probably very hard considering he's slippery.
You say that, but
No,
I used to
it's
catch
Lucas.
dogs as a kid, so
Yeah. They're not particularly strong or quick, so.
no. I kind of like grab his back feet so he doesn't like hop
Mm.
away.
Yeah, he's squirming, but he's not getting anywhere. He's fruitlessly.
Bubbles.
Poor baby.
All right. So she holds out her hand, palm up, and asks to take your hand.
I comply.
Okay. And she kind of goes, and her eyes kind of roll back and begin glowing with a pale blue. And while she's holding one hand, the other one is running over the pages almost inhumanly quick. And you can see the lettering is slightly raised. Not quite braille, but raised, enough that she's clearly feeling it with her fingers. And after about a minute, she comes... Oh, you gave her a gold piece, right?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. After a moment, as things kind of begins to slow down and her eyes roll back and the glowing fades, and she's like, whew, that was a big one. All right. So, for your future, beware the scales ones that rise from below. If you're not careful, they'll eat your heart.
Physically or theoretically?
Physically.
Oh, okay.
I don't think anything in here will theoretically eat your heart.
I don't know. There was a nice little goblin I met the other day, but just wasn't down for commitment.
Okay.
I love it. Oh, okay. Thank
But
you.
no, that is not your future. Your future is in flux, but beware.
Okay. Well, I step back, and actually I come over here and I take the blue blade. All right, I think it's your turn.
Yes, come.
I set down a gold piece.
She holds out her hand.
I will take her hand.
And again, she goes through the little ritual, eyes roll back and begin glowing. Runs her fingers out quickly over the page, and yours runs about half as long, and she quickly returns, and she has a look of fear in her eyes. Your father seeks to reconcile with you and will be returning. And she says, when she says father, she gives a sly little smile.
What kind of reconcile?
The fates are not so precise.
Well.
Let's see how well Riley hides her either. Well, let's see how well she hides her emotion. Amazingly well. She's completely taking this just.
Good job.
Well, given the two of you seem to have interesting futures ahead of yourself, and she pulls out a bag and she dumps out a bunch of what looks to be dried bugs dusted in red, a very vibrant red dust. Perhaps a trinket for your protection will be in order.
Okay.
They'll increase your fortune for a minute. 10 gold pieces.
Oh, there it is.
You just crush it in your hand.
I will take one.
Oh, God.
Okay.
I set down
She's
10
up.
gold.
Okay.
Thank
And
you for
you-
the offer, but I'll have to back off of this one.
Well, I'm here with plenty more to sell.
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, and you've got one crushable bug to increase your luck for 1 minute.
One bug of luck.
It can be crushed as your item interaction. It doesn't take like an action or anything.
Okay. Oh boy, I have a lot of notes to go through and we're only 2 hours in.
You got a lot of what to go through?
A lot of notes.
Oh.
I have so many notes was written on this one sketchbook sheet.
Yes, you've kind of been stumbling from NPC to NPC.
And surprisingly, this time we've survived most of these NPC encounters without taking
Yeah.
damage.
Yeah, well, they've all been looking to chat.
I must ask, does this door lead back outside, or?
Yes, it
What's that?
leads outside to the main caverns.
Okay.
Oh, you must have come through that dreadful building to the east.
Yes.
Hmm.
Looks
The
like,
orcs. Yeah.
oh,
One of the orcs came through the other day complaining about an ogre stealing their food.
we did see a trap placed in there.
Oh, that was what that ruckus was.
So there's an ogre.
So I hear.
That is distressing.
Maybe. I don't know. I wonder if he's single.
Oh my gosh.
Can't say I've actually met an ogre myself.
Hmm.
Any ideas what they look like? And we're just gonna kind of face the rest of the group. Like, any
And-
idea?
And ignoring your look to your compatriots, she begins describing an ogre in the most positive light possible.
Like
Basically
Hmm.
describing like Andre the Giant but handsome.
Andre the Giant was handsome.
More handsome though. Like she's really laying it on.
Okay.
It's like
I
Brad Pitt, Andre the Giant.
Oh my
Oh
goodness.
And the muscles, the muscles, they ripple with muscle.
Slightly excited.
You or her?
hmm
Yes.
She kind of sees you're picking up what she's putting down and gives you a knowing nod.
Well, then I suppose I'm the next one up, isn't it? I'll pop up. After the knowing nod, I'll just kind of slide in and sit down in front of her. Crossed leg.
Oh, another one. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And she, takes your coin and goes about camp. Begins the ritual. Eyes all rolled back. And as she finishes, and she looks at you with a jealous distaste. Well, it looks like you're going to meet this ogre. But the good news is he might break your heart, or maybe your legs.
Oh.
Or possibly both.
It's always the fun ones. I'll just kind of like whatever then. Fine. It was always the fun ones, and just stand up, just straight into a standing position from crossed-legged, and saunter back over to where I was. I'll flip around and stare you dead in the eyes. Would you like to find out the fun way?
I'm asking if you're a masochist, not a sadist.
Well, I think you already know the answer to the latter anyway.
You do like
I'm
Devil
going to
Markers.
have to ask you to take such things outside my humble abode, please.
Don't worry, lass. I wouldn't do anything in someone's home without involving them in it.
Well,
I'll step
that's not
away
the
from Randy.
conversation you were just having here, so I would appreciate it. Please.
Don't worry, lass. I'm not interested. I'm just gonna step away from her a little bit.
And she folds the board closed, and the fates are quiet for today. And she sits down, kind of crosses her legs. Leave now. You bore me.
Great.
Okay, Have a nice day.
And she just kind of does like a dismissive hand wave towards the door.
Which one? Can we go through this one?
Yeah, she motions to that door.
Okay.
We.
Oh, there's the Crimson Palace.
Well, it's red, but
Crimson
Shut
is
up.
red.
It's crimson.
There's definitely bones down there.
Yes, and actually, roll me a survival or history. Actually, Nevin, whichever you feel comfortable with.
Survival is my better one.
Mm.
Woo.
You recognize those as goblin territory markers.
Well, we're in goblin territory now.
Or at least past there is.
Because those are, and I'll explain. Those are goblin markers. Put them around our territory usually, or at least entrances into.
What do they have on them directly?
There look to be like animal skulls and feathers arranged in a way that's meaningful to other goblins. If you speak goblin, they basically say in symbol. Does anybody speak goblin?
No. I
nope.
speak like
I
4
can
languages, but like
understand it in
none of them
like
are.
10 minutes.
Yeah, it's not like written language more so than contextual. I would say if you speak goblin, you kind of pick up on the pictographs, but read languages would be a little different. Or comprehend languages. It's kind of the equivalent of understanding a yield sign. There's no words on it.
Okie dokie. Well, that's gonna be a fun trip.
I think we stay away from there for now. I'm not exactly sure about the rest of you, but I'd like to have a little less goblins in my life for a fair wee bit.
I don't know. I kind of get a feeling the lady did not like me very much.
Well, there's more around here to explore anyway.
I think she didn't like Chensu being able to get to go meet the ogre, and she's not able to.
Everyone's jealous of someone who's always a little better than them. Smile. It's hard being the best person in the room sometime. Jealousy's a biting colour. Not good on a lot of people.
True. Alright, so I guess we're gonna head up then.
Or whatever direction this is. I've honestly forgotten which way's north at this point.
I mean, up map north.
Yeah. I'm just lost.
There.
Let's just try not to be too loud. I say that without looking at Jensu. I'm actually avoiding looking at him when I say that.
No comment. I'm not even acknowledging it. Building over here. Door's closed.
By the way, Briley is humming to herself.
Okay.
I just asked to be quiet.
It's a quiet hum. She's also like twisting her hair between two of her fingers.
You know what? I'll check this door, Riley. Let's see if I get any better luck. Maybe I'll hear something. And I'll do what Riley's been doing. I'll put my ear up against the door and see if I hear anything.
Yeah, roll for perception. Okay. Yeah. So you put your ear up to the door. You can hear kind of the mumbled conversation of two orcs.
Are they speaking in Orcish?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll step away from the door and I'll tell everyone there's a couple of orcs in that room.
Oh no.
Did you catch what they were saying?
I mean, as much as you can behind a closed door. There's not really much to catch.
Well, let's keep going then. Look for a doorway into this red ruins.
All I can see-
Serafina and Nevin, you both catch the door open a crack.
Oh.
Here.
And you can just see an eye peering out watching you from the crack. You lock eyes with it.
Okay, so
Man,
it's
we're
gonna
not
become the
getting out of this.
awkward. Okay, it's gonna become the awkward moment of who looks away first. I'm gonna keep staring at it until it looks away.
Roll a concentration check.
Oh, is that a Constitution saving throw? Or...
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Okay. That one.
Oh boy.
I look away first.
Yeah, you definitely look away first.
It's like a staring contest, I believe.
As you look away, you hear a short growl. Stay away, it's mine. You can't have it.
Oh. Okay.
I stay back and orc. We didn't want in the first place. We're just going. Bye. I quickly catch up to Riley. I catch up to Riley.
And he looks at you
no.
specifically, again staring at him. And you keep on walking, boy.
Nevin,
Very
please.
well.
Nevin, please. We don't want any of that. I don't think we want it.
The door shuts.
I'm just gonna guess they're the ones that put up the trap. And leave them be for now.
Indeed, we don't want anything to do with whatever they're up to, probably.
Yeah, you want none of this. And the door shuts again.
Damn.
Hello, sir. Would you like to hear about our Lord and Savior?
Grumsh.
Our Lord and Savior Bubbles.
Oh gosh.
Burger. Lord and Savior Burger.
I'll take a burger.
Alright. Oh.
Slowly
Okay.
becoming Batman.
Orcs being pleasant as ever.
I am Orc Batman. Or I'm
Batman.
Bat-Orc.
I mean, Orc Batman, his parents were killed by adventurers.
Yep. Bear.
Okay.
It looks like we got some more skulls and standing about.
Yeah, and again, no goblin speakers, but you can tell there. Roll me another history or another survival. Yeah, either or.
Okay, I'll do another survival. Yeah, that's an 8.
Yeah, these are goblin markers of some kind. You're not sure.
These ones definitely seem different from the other ones, but I'm not sure what they're about. Definitely goblin though.
Place is probably going to be overrun with goblins.
No, I don't think they can get in.
I mean, if there's a broken window somewhere, or if the door isn't locked, I don't see them having trouble getting in.
Yeah, and everything you've walked by, the walls have been in pristine condition. The windows shined as if they've been washed and waxed just an hour ago. There's not a blemish on any of the bricks.
You know, actually taking a look at this place, it seems rather clean, doesn't it?
Too clean. Something is definitely living here.
Someone or
Maybe it could be
something
the
is definitely
aforementioned
alive.
orc.
Oh,
Do you
what
think so?
now?
Riley, I'll give you an Arcana roll. From you're looking over it, it looks like it's almost being magically maintained and kept clean, as if almost like it's enchanted to not depreciate.
Now, the reason it looks so pristine is because it's being kept pristine by magic.
Of course, it's magic.
Well, at least a little bit of magic I can get behind. Something that cleans up after yourself. Sounds pretty useful.
Oh, seeing as you use magic to clean things all the time, I guess it's not that unusual.
Certainly a lot faster than the alternative.
That it is. That it is. Can I try and, inspect and, look around, looking for any way to open these doors, or try to
Yeah.
figure out anything?
So you can see on each of these orbs are what looks to be a keyhole of some type.
Okay.
And the orbs themselves seem to be made of that same red stone that the walls are made of, but polished to a fine sheen and incredibly smooth roundness to it. And those things coming up around it are snakes. So there's 4 snakes kind of wrapped around it, their heads coming out from the top. And it's at the head, facing towards you, that opens up, and it looks like something can be inserted as a key.
Strange looking thing, isn't it?
What shape are the keyholes, technically?
I mean, it's like key shaped, it's kind of more or less rectangular hole.
Okay. So something specific goes in there. Can I check this weird well thing?
Yeah, as you go look down the well, you see that the well only goes down a foot, and it's filled in with ash and dirt.
Strange.
So, whoever enchanted this building obviously did not enchant the well.
Maybe it came here after then.
You never know.
Yeah, the well does seem to be out of line with the rest of the building in both construction and age.
Can I take my mace and just poke the ash on the bottom of it?
Yeah, it's solidly packed, just like the stuff you're walking on.
Okay. I put my mace away. So, not a false bottom up there. Alright.
Well, we can keep walking around the building, or we can head back.
I'd like to look around just to kind of get a general sense of the Red Palace.
It's a strange thing, isn't it?
Mm.
You think there's a back door or something?
So, and yeah, like, and looking at the walls, like it seems to go right up into the ceiling. It's tough to say if it stops when it hits the ceiling or not.
If there is a back door, there's a chance it might be, well, swallowed by stone, like most of these buildings.
I'd still like to take a quick glance around the building.
Okay.
That's suspicious.
And yeah, as you probably can't see yet, but you'll get there soon enough. You can see over there a bunch of hides drying on a line.
Okay, where did the big rock?
They are old, worn stone pillars.
Yeah, I was about to say, they look like stone pillars.
They look like they've been broken off halfway, a third way up. It's tough to say how tall they were before, but they've clearly been shorn off by damage or age or erosion.
Noted.
And as we're walking around, and I see like this, the red hit stone, and I'm like, yeah, that's what I thought.
Riley's gonna go lean against the building. Kind of like slide down a little bit.
Okay. It's cooler than the surrounding area to touch. It's not cold, but it's cool.
I'm gonna take out my spellbook and just begin ritually casting Detect Magic.
Okay. Yeah, and so as you begin casting that, the whole building has just the faintest glow of transmutation magic.
That does make sense. Would I also be able to look down the well, really?
So as I kind of mentioned to Seraphina, the well, as you look over, it's like level with the ground inside it.
I'm just seeing if there's anything that
No
may have
magic.
gone in.
No, like it only goes like a foot down.
And I'm
from the lip
assuming
of it.
the orbs have some magic, or are they just...
Yep, the orbs also have some magic to it. Also, transmutation. They grow a little brighter.
Okay.
And actually, they both also give off a mixture of that and evocation magic.
Transmutation, evocation. Okay.
Oh, we lost him again.
No, God is dead again.
No.
Oh, welcome back.
Oh no, God is undead
No.
again.
That one, I didn't do anything. Discord just stopped for a second.
Oh dear.
So as she's kind of just looking around the building for the next 10 minutes, I'm interested in what those hides are of, because I don't think we've seen any animals down here.
No. And as you move closer, you can see it's clearly like there's a wolf pelt and a deer pelt.
Okay.
And a couple rabbit pelts.
Wolf, deer, and rabbits. I'll come back to the group basically and tell them somebody's been skinning animals and drying the pelts in here. They must have been going outside to get them, because I haven't seen a wolf, a deer, or a rabbit in here. Have you?
Haven't seen any telltale signs of anything, honestly. I'd come all
Very
the way
true.
down into here to 10 hide, though. Didn't it work better when you do it outside in the sun, anyway?
Maybe it's
Because
'cause
somebody is probably
they-
living here.
Yeah, I was about to
Because this would
say.
be another house. I would like.
But whoever they are, they're definitely a hunter.
Think they've got any relation to this whole meat fiasco not too long ago?
Well, one thing actually you do pick up, Seraphine, as you're getting a little closer. This place kind of reeks of like wet fur and rotten meat.
Oh, that's pleasant. Whatever is here doesn't seem to take good care of whatever it kills and whatever it catches and kills. It's kind of stinky. I would like to listen against the door. I leave Bubbles in the back.
Okay, yeah. Roll perception.
Nice.
Okay. As you put your ears up to the door to listen, you hear a little bit of rustling, but that's really all that. There's some movement going on.
Okay. I remain quiet. I step back from the door and I reclaim my little guy. All right. So there's definitely movement in there. This could be someone's house, judging by the leathers.
Well, last time we tried to enter without knocking, someone got upset. Maybe we should wait for Riley and see what she thinks.
Very true. Might be the best option. All right.
What do I think of what?
Oh. Well, there's some wrestling going on in this house. Somebody or something might be inside, or is inside, rather.
I think they might be a hunter that often leaves this place, judging by the collection of furs they have hanging out here.
And you listened to see if there was any movement, right?
Yep. There was. Just wrestling, that's all I could hear.
I suppose we should knock. If it's an ogre in there, it's not going to be able to get through that small door.
The door swings open and two hyena-like creatures bark and snarl at you.
Oh, nope, I don't speak that, whatever that is.
Get off our front lawn!
Alright, sorry. Doesn't take much to tell me twice.
Sorry about that. New to the area, just getting a hang of the spaces. We'll leave you alone. And turn around and leave. Nope.
The door slams shut. You just gotta stop just
Table
talking
here.
out in front of people's doors.
I know, right? It was great.
Knock, knock. Who is it? Pain. Never mind.
So, it seems the deeper we get into these caves, the less friendly people tend to be.
You call that friendly?
I said the less friendly.
The first one's okay. I don't think any of them are friendly. What do you mean?
Okay, well, those ones didn't try to kill us, even though they didn't insinuate that they wouldn't. So, good fortune. I'm glad I spent that gold piece.
Was it your fortune about scaled ones?
I don't even remember what the fortune was because I couldn't understand it.
Scaled ones from below will rip your heart out and eat it.
Yeah. Be careful of that.
That sounds like some scary fish.
Could be a lot
Hey.
of things.
I don't even know what it could be.
Fish should be scary.
Honestly, though.
It could be dragons.
I ain't cool enough to see a dragon.
This is a cool way to die.
Just gets like tossed by a dragon until the volcano's over. It's just like, well, that's that. Turn like a new character.
Well, I did hear rumors.
Enlighten me.
I believe I told you about it before.
Oh,
About
right.
how there was a dragon around the mountain. People were talking about it.
That was the mountain range further back,
Yeah.
not this mountain.
Yeah,
But,
not this one, but around a mountain.
around the larger range, yeah. Not this like awkward mountain that just sticks out of the ground with no real foothills.
All right. Well, I think that there isn't really much else for us to do around here, so we should probably go back and try to search for the apprentice. Either that, or we could go into the goblin territory.
Riley, did you have any luck with the door when you were looking around?
What you see is Riley is trying to do the best she can to sketch what the door looks like and write down little notes.
I don't think she figured out how to open the door.
Well, none of us did. Maybe in due time.
How long do you plan to be doing that?
There's no response. I mean, you could easily go and peek over her shoulder to see how far she is, as I personally am doing it. So if you say that you do, you'll know how far Riley is.
She literally just walked over there and started doing it, so that's why I asked.
She was doing it a little bit before you guys noticed.
Because we just walked over here.
She could have also started before you guys, like, before she went like, oh, what? Are these, like, stained glass?
They are, but it's a very like thick stained glass that you can't see through.
What is it depicting?
It's really just a bunch of colors and patterns. It's not like making any noticeable image.
Okay.
Though roll me investigate.
Oh no.
Investi. Guys.
I know what he meant, so I'm gonna roll it.
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong with you?
A lot of things, but let's not get into it.
Yeah. There's no discernible pattern to you. It just seems to be very abstract.
To be fair, I'm also being rushed, so I do my best to get a rough sketch of what the windows look like.
Sure.
And yeah, that's gonna be that, and then I will follow my party.
He was just like patiently waiting for you, and we're all just kind of looking in your direction.
Alrighty.
So, you ready to keep looking around?
As sure as I'll ever be, yes.
Oh, okay. We haven't checked this door. I point to this door, which player-wise, we know where it goes, but character-wise, my character's never seen it. My character's never seen this door before.
Yeah. Depending on your spatial awareness, you could probably figure it out, but
Riley just is like, that's the door I was talking about.
Oh. Okay, so just let out here.
Yes.
Oh. I mean, if we actually cleared it this time around, that would actually be pretty convenient to get back over here.
I don't think you see, when Riley asked me to clear the top of that doorway for her and made more rocks fall, I don't think we'll get those rocks out of the way anytime soon.
yeah, I mean, it could be cleared out, but you're looking at like hours worth of work, basically.
Okay, then. Brownie face.
You could do it, you would just have to spend a couple hours moving a rock.
I mean, is that doable?
Let's not. I would prefer to sleep outside, instead of inside of here. Take a look around and make our way back out after we find something worth some value.
Sure.
Honestly, I think I can agree with that. Sleeping in a cave doesn't exactly sound very fun.
I mean, this is a volcano, right? That's what was his name said? Olo
Or something.
right?
Yeah. Yes, I mean, it's very true. It is a volcano, but it's not the fun part now, is it? It's just a bunch of rock right now. Listen, if we were to find some magma or something fun like that, then sure, why not? It might be worth the experience. But right now, it's just a damp hole in the ground. It's not even that damp.
Alright, do you want to knock on this person's door?
You knock on the wall.
Just curious.
That's just creepy. Can you imagine being the other side, thinking you're all fine and safe, deep in the cave, and someone starts knocking on the wall of your room?
No, it would be worse if I did this and I run my nails against the wall making a scratching sound.
I just imagine there's some poor creature in that room trying to sleep, and all of a sudden they just hear scratching.
Just immediate cringing and God make it stop at the sound. No thanks. It's not
you hear a very, very loud wall shaking thump come back. A big fist hits it.
Oh my gosh.
Listen, whatever you think you're doing, stop doing it.
Like dust falls from the ceiling.
You're right, that definitely was worse.
I don't exactly remember when I was supposed to meet this big fella that I was told about, but if it comes through that wall, I've got a feeling that it's not going to be a good thing.
Probably
I'd
not.
probably be shouting something too.
What language does it speak?
Are you asking what language ogres speak?
Yeah.
I think. Or ogre. I don't know if ogres have their own language.
I don't know if ogres speak any language.
Yeah, they have.
Intelligence checks to figure out what language they speak.
I mean, that's kind of an ogre to ogre thing.
Okay,
Oh.
it's like you can know the basics, but you can't know the dialect.
Yeah, like there's no ogre. You know, there's no ogre language.
Okay.
All right. Do we want to knock on this lady's door and see if she'll let us back through, or are we just gonna have to go south?
I think she was done with us. Might be a bit rude.
That's true. All right. Looks like we might be getting into a squabble with some goblins then.
That means more ears.
Hopefully.
Those little guys do hit hard sometimes.
Riley's actually gonna take up, like, the back. So Chen's is not in the back anymore. She's just kind of, like, trailing after the party.
Sure.
Nah.
Let's just make it quick through this place, and I've had enough of the little green bitches for long enough.
Alright. It looks like we have two options. We can go down and to the left or to the right.
It's south or
Well,
east.
yeah. Listen, over this way, it looks like there's another set of markers. If they're blocking off all the same perimeter, then at least heading that way gets us out of goblin turf.
That would make sense. I would assume that south of here would probably be more goblin territory.
At this point, I'll let one of you two lead the way. Because I'm not entirely sure which way to go.
Well, we can, I suppose, as Riley mentioned, try to hunt goblins for some more gold, but we are on a discovery mission, so it wouldn't hurt to take a look. Well, it could hurt. What am I saying? It could definitely hurt.
The overarching mission, if you forget as well, is to clear this place out so it's safe to bring in archaeologists.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and there's plenty of things that are obviously not safe and do have to be removed at some point that we kind of just ignored.
Right.
I like to think that we strategically decided to not.
Well, we might have to go back and deal with them at some point.
Honestly, I think it might be a good idea to also figure out a good place for us to sleep that's safe. Which would probably be
Preferably,
backpacking.
it would be outside.
Or with Olo if he'll have us, but I doubt it.
He didn't seem to like us being inside of his house. I think it's rude to intrude in other people's homes, who aren't entirely trying to kill us.
I mean, we could sleep where we killed those orcs earlier.
And I don't think sleeping in that room is for the best either, because I don't like the idea of sleeping by a bunch of dead bodies.
I mean, hey, you've probably done it once or twice beforehand. You just never knew. I kind of like went into the mouth.
Oh my gosh, that's so grim.
Well, it's true. You slept on a boat, so you don't know how many dead bodies are in the ocean.
Or just in the bottom of the boat, apparently.
Jeez.
She's right, and she should say it because it's funny.
I kind of like poke around this like lower end thing. All right. So, do you guys want to go to the little goblin village, or do you guys want to go down this way?
I think down this way is the Goblin Village.
You gotta specify.
You said to the Goblin Village or down this way, and I'm like, well, down I think is goblins.
Okay.
I think we should follow the path to the right here for now so that we can know the territory. We don't want to run into one group of people and fight and then try to get away from them if we can't win and then run into another group.
That's true. All right. So then
So I think we should go this way.
this way it is. All right. I follow suit.
Having a backup plan is always a better idea, anyway.
Once we know a little more about this place, we could probably start cleaning. I say cleaning. Oh, I said cleaning. Removing the threats.
Okie dokie. I use it hot in my house. I don't.
All right, so you're heading down that way.
Yeah.
As you're coming down the path, you can see it right in there is a fractured skeleton of a goblin that's inside a footprint.
Oh.
Mm.
I can see why they put the end of their territory right there. I turn and point back at the totems.
Oh no. Well, that must have sucked. Hate to be that guy, which could easily very well be that person. Here in a second.
It's the adventuring life.
As is. Are they good? Alright, let's see. Looks like. Mm, oh, okay.
Now, if I remember, and I'm just looking and I see this moss down here.
Mhm.
Olo said his apprentice would be past the moss.
Yeah, the moss marked the entrance to a more natural cave system, free of ruins.
So we can take a look down here and see if we find his apprentice and get some payment that way.
Sure. How long has it been since I lit my last torch?
It's probably coming in close to the hour, given all your walking around and various conversations and such. It's a good time to start up a new one.
Okay. No, don't open that. Stop it. Okay. I light another torch.
Well, knowing that they had to walk through it to, or at least I think they did, to get to the other side, I will just start walking into it.
Yeah, I think he said it wasn't harmful. Olo.
He said it like took in the ash, and that's why it has the strange color.
Yeah, like grows in the ash.
Yeah. It's volcano moss.
Made from real volcano.
Buy it today. Local mage shops near you. Not useful for anything.
Like a really lame souvenir. What you got? Volcano moss. Does it look like a volcano? No. Does it erupt or anything? No. Why is it volcano moss? Because it grows in ash. Wow, that sucks.
All right. Did we reach the end of the hallway?
Step out here and see what my half-orc eyes see.
Dude, nothing.
Nope.
Oh, okay. Now I see
I
stuff.
see rocks.
A lot of them.
Okay. So he said we had to go south and then east. So not the west path. We need to keep going down.
Okay. Yeah. Doot. 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 Okie dokie. Another fork in the road.
At this point, I've completely lost what direction is anything, and I'm just following you two.
Just following Nevin, so.
Visibly has no idea where he is.
Oh. I see this like skull thing on the ground.
I do not see said school thing.
Yeah, it's like right there.
Oh.
Yeah, it's another little goblin marker.
Oh no. There it is. There's that thing.
Looks like goblins have been around here.
Seems so.
That does not spell good news for missing apprentice.
Honestly, is it anywhere on this continent that doesn't have these little biters somewhere? They're a nuisance.
Well, they're kind of everywhere, really. I don't know
What do
how.
you make of the stain?
What do I make of them?
The stain.
This. What do I make of that? It looks like a blood stain.
It is indeed a blood stain. Looks like something size of a dog was dragged along the ground for a bit until the blood stopped smearing. And roll me another a history.
History.
Or survival for Nevin.
Oh, okay. Alright, that's a natural 2.
Yeah, again, not sure exactly what this thing's marking.
This one is different from the other ones. I'm not familiar with this.
All right. Well, we should probably keep our guard up. Whatever's around.
What do you do with that little punt in the corner is there, Sadie?
Don't know. I wander back up towards the group. Try to get there.
Let's just be careful and take a look. See what's waiting for us, basically.
Take a look. It's in a book.
All right. So as you move forward, you kind of get a little flash of, that might have been a warning. As you hear the sound of like a claw scraping. Coming around the corner, you see a large beaked feathered creature with 2 dead giant rats in its claws.
Oh no.
As it lets out a huge shriek.
Definitely don't know what that is.
And
Nope.
that's where we'll stop for today.
Just, oh, what have you done? Trespassing is not a good thing, and we've been doing
It's
it nonstop all day.
It's just a big bipedal turtle bird with giant claws and ended hooks at the end of both of its upper limbs.
One thing is,
Man.
even if we run away from this thing, we still have to deal with it at some point because we need to make this place safe. Gosh dang it!
Well, I guess we're
How
going to
many
kill it
enemies?
next time.
So many enemies and we run into a ball.
so many you politely talk through doors.
Yes. Well, the thing is about running away and leaving all the enemies for next time is that there is no next time. Eventually, we just don't deal with it and end up completely avoiding everything.
This is why you shouldn't be allowed to do talking. Because I'm just like, let's be friends with everyone.
No, it's fine. I mean,
I just want to make character flaws, though. It's like, I don't want to fight.
You're getting to know what's here, and then you can think of how to address things. I mean, obviously, all the things here aren't working together, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get to kind of pick and choose, take them on in order of less to most dangerous, and
Yeah, and just kind of get a lay of the land for the politics here, maybe, and
figure out what's going on, what's all it about, and then kill things systematically.
Or find ways to get rid of them otherwise. You don't necessarily have to kill them, you just have to get them out of here.
Yeah. Our job is to
each other.
remove them so that the archaeologists won't be in danger.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Listen, the important part here is that we're being efficient with our systematic murdering of everything. That's the important bit.
Anyway, I'm gonna end my stream. So thank you guys for coming in and watching the stream tonight, or watching the video on YouTube. Thank you guys for just hanging out and listening to us talk through doors. And listen to doors and cause a rock slide. And take the gold without anyone noticing.
The worst and most challenging enemy today was our rock.
It's a trap.
And with that, we're gonna call it a night. And we'll see you guys next Thursday, unless something comes up. See ya.